It finished 5-1 in Paisley to St Mirren. There was no love for Derek Mcinnes in Love Street. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And now we're going to see how the Killie fans are reacting. Not only to a very disappointing result, but let's be honest, a very disappointing season for Kilmarnock, where it just has not really happened. Every time they got a good result, every time you thought they could maybe go and kick on, they just followed it up with more bad results, and they've had more bad than good in terms of results, and that's why the league table doesn't lie, because they're right down the bottom of it, I believe, sitting currently in 10th, and let's be honest, in real danger of being overtaken by Dundee, and I think Dundee have picked up a little bit recently, and I would predict that Dundee will probably finish above Kilmarnock if you're basing it on the last few weeks and on current form. So, well, obviously, the last few weeks for the international break, because we know that Steve Clark did a bit of damage there, but at least said about that the better.
Yeah, at least said about that the better, because that was brutal. But let's talk about something else that's brutal. How many teams this season in this league have looked destined to go down? Right? Honestly, maybe not destined to go down, but flirting with that 11th spot. Hibs and Hearts both did. There was a point where Aberdeen could not buy a win, right? Dundee have looked at, Ross County have looked at, Motherwell have looked at, Killie have looked at, St Johnstone have always looked at. Is this no the season that comes to mind most teams in the league have looked threatened with some form of relegation? And Killie the latest candidates. We thought, the slow start, the European, that's played its factor. But that was, that's months ago.
And also, yes, St Johnstone are in a bad position right now. They are rock bottom, but it's not like they are a massive amount behind. They're a couple of wins away from overtaking Dundee or Kilmarnock.
Absolutely.
They're in St Johnstone are sort of in the same boat as Airdrieonians, but we have a few more games to go. They're not in a good position, but you do feel like they can salvage it.
Yeah, it's not like that team at the bottom. Who's that team loading the table? Is it Dumbarton?
They're fucked.
They're already relegated. You know what I mean? They're like 20 odd points behind.
But I mean, some people would say, Dundee, Kilmarnock, they're probably fighting out among themselves as to who will finish in 11th. But I mean, you do not know if St Johnstone can put together a run of form. Then we could see a scenario where Killie finished last, which would be an absolute disaster, considering last year they finished 4th and just would not have predicted that. I think I had Killie to finish. I definitely had Killie top 6 this season.
Yeah.
I think I had them 5th.
Man, I'm kind of dreading looking at my predictions at the end of the season, but it's time to look at the comments, alright? So let's see. Jay Muir says, at least you won the league on Boxing Day. Super Derek Mcinnes wouldn't even let him come back as kit man. Well, that's a bit damning there. I think he's referring to St Mirren beating Rangers on Boxing Day. But I mean, Derek Mcinnes, right? He's on decent money at Killie.
Is he much as he on it, of curiosity? You seen his bank statements?
I haven't seen his bank statements, but I believe you and Cameron, right? See a guy that wouldn't shit inside? I trust him.
I wouldn't shit in the woods either, would he? Well, apparently he would, actually.
That's all he does. I gotta take a shit, brother. Nice wee kickabout. Thanks, lad, says HB77. I mean, here, if you won 5-1, you can't complain too much about it, can't you?
Seed Hill Saint says, what does your season and Margaret Thatcher have in common?
Crumbled in Europe and fell through domestically.
I was thinking more along the lines of just paid.
Yeah, I think that was it, yeah. I was trying to go for a more elaborate approach.
Sophisticated answer. Robert Gilker says, need a new manager and hope for the new manager bounce. Who? I don't know. But we can't condone this. We can't continue this, from Bruges to relegation. So there's a Killie fan saying that here, need a new manager, has to happen now. You said people wouldn't want Derek Mcinnes out. Looks like they do. Some of them.
Well, it's like the Tory Doherty problem, because up until like the last couple of games, they look destined. Derek Mcinnes will not take Killie down. You heard it here first. Even if he finishes 11th, folks, right? They'll stay up. Up next, we get Captain Conker. Grim viewing today, and it's Big Match John. John Cena wearing a Brussels shirt. Well, I'll let you in a wee secret, right? I don't care if you support Killie. There's one thing grimmer to view than watching your team get pumped 5-1, and it's fucking Monday Night Raw with Big Match John.
That's why he looks so depressed there.
If you're one of these sad fucks that pay the money to go to it, then...
Ryan 118.
Right, you've only got yourself to blame, buddy. But that's the real grim viewing. I'd rather watch my team get pumped 5-1 every game than watch that.
The reason Cena can't look up in the ring, because he knows everything in it's shite.
That's it.
That's probably the way the Kilmarnock fans at the stadium. That's probably how they watch it at Rugby Park. Just put their look at their feet for the fucking 90 minutes.
Absolutely. You've just been roboed. Not quite broad, is it?
Nah, when you get the
bod.
even when you get the broad, you got the wee animation and stuff, and the moving. This is just a still image. It's not.
I'm surprised AI and Grox even whipped out fucking Stephen Robinson.
I don't know who you're getting, to be honest.
Just been roboed, big man. Anyway, moving on. Super Killie away from AL. Matt, thank you for attending the Killie and Boyd Munce Masterclass. Hope you learned a thing or two. He was good, wasn't he?
He was. What's this? Right here. It's Dan Armstrong. Oh, right, okay. Bit slow there.
Aye, we just
getting that now. 5-1, no bad.
Just a wee bit slow. I mean, come on. What do you think it was? Sprinkler -1?
I don't know. I thought they were trying to blur out something on his shirt.
With a colour of shite. Why have they used the colour of shite, by the way? Would red know it done?
Suppose, but here, who cares?
Kelly on a bit shite, aren't they? Right, moving on. Large AirPod, take it away.
Just give it to Burkie until the season is done. I mean, it makes no sense to keep Dale. We're going to lose loads of money if we go down, way more than whatever we need to pay him to get rid. Board, you absolutely have to act right now. I don't want to see a post-match Dale out. So there, again, more comments saying Derek McInnes has to go, which that does surprise me. Like, why does that guy in still game look like Stevie the bookie? I know it's not like, but
he really doesn't.
I think he does, no?
No, I'm not buying that.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's no points, though. Correct answer was 5-1. Brutal for Killie, man. Can't be losing 5-1 in Paisley.
Jamie Hale says, we've got Derek McInnes. Deserve all they get. Fans wanted him.
And then we've got same meme back to back. Right, moving on. That's plenty.
No jokes today, admin. Says Rory Stalis Inio says dog meat, chunks and gravy with beef, 1.2 core kg kilograms. On the ropes. That lab looks like he's constipated. That lab looks like he needs to take a big killie.
Looks like the sort of lab that's eating chunks and gravy with beef.
Not quite biscuits, is it?
No. It's a gravy.
I'm you doing now. RJ1869 says, really thinking last season's success was nothing but individual brilliance from Watson, Armstrong, Kennedy and Watkins. Quarter seasons have actually been good under McInnes. We won the champ, yes, but if you really think back, the football was shocking.
Hi. You alright there?
We're kind of lucky. I don't know if he's saying 1 out of 4 seasons or whatever, but whatever. Stephen Campbell, sack him tonight. No other manager survives.
I think that's what he means, yeah. He doesn't mean quarter of the season.
Alright. Sack him tonight. No other manager survives a 6-0 or 5-1 away defeat in the same season. Catchy Dale. Well, back.
What was the 6-0?
Oh, they did lose 6-0 to somebody, and it wasn't even a top team, it was somebody. Who did they lose 6-0
to? Was it Hibs?
I don't know, but they lost 6-0 recently. Right, back to that RJ comment, right? He's saying that Kilmarnock, they've only actually been good for 1 out of 4 seasons under McInnes. Do you not think that is kind of Steve Clark's fault?
Yeah, to a degree.
Do you not think because Steve Clark done such a good job that Kilmarnock fans now believe that they are somehow got a God-given right to be a top team competing for European spots? They're just not. See, Kilmarnock, if they finish 6th, that's an achievement.
Totally.
Kilmarnock aren't traditionally a top 6 club. They're not a top 6 club in terms of size. They're not a top 6 club in terms of money spent or wage bill. And yeah, I mean, Steve Clark done really, and then obviously McInnes done really good last season when he finished 4th. But see if Kilmarnock are finishing 8th or 9th every season, I don't think that's a massive failure. I don't.
No, you're right. It's not. I mean, he got them promoted. He kept them up. He got them 4th in Europe, and this season he probably will keep them up. Here,
it's like when St Johnstone, when Callum Davison was at St Johnstone, they had back-to-back finishes in the top 6.
Yeah,
you can't expect that 10 years in a row because St Johnstone are just not a top.
A cup double as well.
They're not a top 6 club.
No.
Like, this season, you're seeing teams in England sometimes pushing above, like a Bournemouth and a Brentford pushing above their weight, but, I mean, realistically, you cannot expect to be competing for European spots every season, because that's not where these clubs are at.
No, absolutely not.
And I think that Derek McInnes has been held to too high of a standard, to be honest.
Right, Lyle says
Well,
unlucky.
do you agree or what?
I do agree. Lyle
Well,
says.
elaborate on it since you like to elaborate.
I think just Killie fans have been a bit spoiled recently to a degree. Not recently in terms of like a block of period, but you're right. It's like we talked about how they beat Celtic over a calendar year, right? They finished third, and then they finished fourth under McInnes.
That's great, but that's not the norm.
Yeah, like, those two should be praised for that, and rightfully so. But it's not the norm. It really fucking ain't.
It's like Leicester. They don't win the league. Then you don't expect. Oh, well, if we don't retain the title, the next season is a failure.
Yo, is this season? Is this season disappointing? Yes, but in terms of teams in this league, who should Killie be finishing above? It's above them.
Yes, but
Ross County.
Killie, if they won, if Killie won yesterday, they would have been on the verge of getting into the top 6.
But they didn't.
No, they didn't. But I'm just saying that's how close it is.
No, yesterday, mate. It was 2 days ago.
Well, 2 days ago, shite jobby, same thing. Point is, it's been a poor season, right? And Derek McInnes would have been hoping to do better. But I mean, you're a couple of wins either way from being in the top 6.
Yeah. Lyle says, unlucky lads, thanks for playing. Charlie says, just do the right thing, Dale, and walk away. There's no comeback for this. Sean, if you can do the simple stuff, what's the point? Well, if you can't
do the simple,
if you can't, face palm.
You can't even do the simple stuff and read a fucking tweet.
Neither can you, Jeff. You were going the other night. Callum McGee, what now? Every single one of the players need a rocket. No, a single bit of fight or desire. Get absolutely pumped at Cantor. 11 mice. Yeah, 11 mice on the pitch don't really work, especially when they're all shite. I mean, Ratatouille, he might have had skills once upon a time in the wee French restaurant, but these guys are rank rotten, aren't they?
They're not too good.
They're not too good. Anyway, we're going to flush that one away, and we're going to wrap this video up. Where is the news? Dyson Maeda, reject the contract and go to some shite team in France so I can talk about it, son. Adam Adair, just continue what you're doing. I'm loving your work, son. Till next time, get it right up, yees. Peace.